I took a walk today. I walked to the store and got a Nestle Crunch bar.
Yo, you're lying.
100%. I wish I had got a receipt. No, look. Why would you think I'm lying?
There's no way.
I walked to the gas station.
Why walk? That's the thing. You have the unknown. We know what Dak Prescott's gonna give us, and he's not gonna give us much.
No one's calling her lazy. They're just calling her unethical.
Wild.
Think about how much work to convince people that you have cancer, that you're dying of cancer. Give her some credit, man. Yo, welcome back to The Kick. With your boy, the other boy, Fred. We got a couple things. First of all, NFL draft is this week, so we're going to talk about some NFL stuff, our favorite team stuff, even though neither of us are too happy with our favorite teams right now.
Yeah,
that's all right.
Not that happy with them right now.
We'll see. We always get happy around September,
so it'll get better.
And then, talking about not being happy with stuff. We'll talk about some scam documentaries and some podcasts that I've listened to recently about some scam stuff. Y'all have probably heard about this, but just crazy things going on. People faking stuff, people ripping people off.
That's wild.
Yeah.
I can't wait for that. I'm actually interested.
I'm surprised that you're not already up on it, to be honest.
Scam culture?
Yeah. This is your kind of thing.
I don't know.
It's so closely aligned with like conspiracy theories, I would think that.
Yeah. See, conspiracy theories aren't confirmed though. I think that's what drives me more towards it. But the scams are just like, what are you guys doing? Yeah.
Yeah. By the end of it, there's not too much doubt about what's going
on. I'm interested though.
So, all right, you're a big Cowboys fan, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What NFL draft is Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So by the time Sunday comes around, what do you want the Cowboys to have done? How do you want them to be different?
Ooh. All right. Let's see.
Hit as specific or as broad as you want to.
Look. First off, we're firing Jerry Jones, right?
Who's firing Jerry Jones?
Himself.
He's going to fire himself. Okay.
The universe will fire Jerry Jones.
All right. Give you some rope on this. I'll give you some rope.
Right? Nah, man. We gotta, someone has to take Jerry Jones out on a nice dinner.
Oh.
Right?
I thought you meant like take him out.
Yeah, maybe that too.
Hitman.
I'm joking, Jerry Jones. Come on the podcast. Nah, but someone has to take him out, right, to a nice dinner and like just spoil him, the day before. Spoil him,
the day before the draft.
Day before the draft.
Okay.
And I'm talking like really nice meal and just buy like endless amounts of wine. To the point where Jerry Jones is sick the next morning and he can't make the draft. And someone else will make those hard decisions about our team that we need.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like who?
I guess we'll give it to the new coach. We'll see how he does. But anybody other than Jerry Jones.
Stephen Jones.
Yeah. Hey, maybe Stephen Jones. Maybe he's next up.
He is. Like he's the number 2.
Take it away.
Why
I don't know.
Why do Cowboys fans dislike Jerry Jones so much?
Because he's too, I don't know. I think he's too involved. It's like he's too, which I mean, I guess you would want from an owner, but like he's just way too involved. Like, hey, just let your money run, man. Like you're doing way too much stuff. There's things on our team that just doesn't work out, and he just turns a blind eye to it because he just likes those people, like Dak Prescott. Like I mean, he's cool. I mean, people like him, like I don't think he's the worst quarterback, but for us, I don't think he's the best either. You know what I mean? I'd rather have someone else. At this point, I'd rather gamble and throw some money on one of these up and coming new, shining potential quarterbacks than what we have now. And then grabbing Joe Milton. It's just random. I don't know.
It like
it's random?
It's the thrill of the unknown at the quarterback position.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. You have the unknown. We know what Dak Prescott's gonna give us, and he's not gonna give us much. And he's gonna get hurt early on, and it's just like the same. It's the same pattern. Like he's just there for a check. It feels like sometimes it's like. Then they re-signed Ezekiel Elliott. They let go of Tony Pollard. There's just so many different things. Just like, bro,
What difference does that make though?
A lot. A big difference. Ezekiel Elliott is why? For what reason? And they announced it like it was some like thing that we were all gonna be happy about. Like, yeah, like we're signing him back on, shaking hands. Like, who cares, bro? Who cares?
The bare midriff bandit is back.
We don't want that. We want another wide receiver to help out CeeDee Lamb, and we want you guys to make sure you keep Parsons happy, because if you lose him, then a bunch of people are gonna be mad. It's
so you like Parsons.
Parsons needs to stay. I'm
like
glad
CeeDee
Parsons
Lamb.
is staying. Yes, CeeDee Lamb is the truth.
Who's responsible for those two players being Cowboys?
Oh yeah, you gotta say Jerry Jones.
Isn't it? Here's my
2 good calls out of the whole team.
No, it's not 2 good calls. The Cowboys actually always have some pretty top tier players. Maybe not enough of them. Maybe not at the right positions. But the Cowboys
right time
always have.
Together.
I mean,
just different moves we got to make.
I get that Cowboys haven't been to the Super Bowl in 30 years.
No,
man.
All right,
it's 30 years. No, I'm just thinking like you've never seen the Cowboys in the Super Bowl.
Nope. 3 years earlier.
Yeah.
That was the only 4 years earlier I would have seen them.
And they haven't been to the conference championship game in 30 years. So I get why Cowboys fans are like done with it.
We're done.
And any other team, you change the general manager at some point over the course of 30 years.
Yeah, exactly.
Either he retires or you fire him or whatever. Something happens. Even the Packers who move slow, or the Steelers who move slow, like they've made changes over the last 30 years.
Yeah, exactly.
Y'all still staring at Jerry Jones.
Like, bro, leave already. Right? I'm sick and tired of him already. But there he is, still holding it down, I guess.
But y'all have good players. You always have some good players that are kind of representing the brand.
We do.
Like CeeDee Lamb and Michael Parsons right now.
We do. And about a couple years ago, our defense was crazy.
Yeah.
And now it's just kind of falling by the wayside a little bit, little by little, because of injuries and because of bad management. But I don't know. We'll see what this year holds. Hopefully this year holds something better. I really just want to see it. Me personally, I like the running back position. So I'm it's lackluster with Ezekiel Elliott. And I think Tony Pollard was more explosive. I think he did more. So I don't know. And we'll see what happens at that position. And then, too, I think CeeDee Lamb needs some help. He's getting frustrated over there. He needs a nice, strong wide receiver, too. If we're not going to go out and get another quarterback, then we at least have to go after some of these promising wide receivers. You know what I mean? To at least branch out our offensive core a little bit more than just CeeDee Lamb, pretty much. And whatever tight end we decide to run for that day. It's like, it can't happen like that.
Definitely need some help at tight end. Tight end situation is pretty bad for the Cowboys.
It's bad. We had Schultz, and Schultz is not that bad, man. I kind of I like the way Schultz played.
Y'all will have I think you'll have a new receiver and a new running back by the end of the weekend. It's not gonna be Ezekiel Elliott. Is he still on the team, or did they get rid of him?
I think he's still there. I think he signed a 3-year contract the last time, so I think he's already done with 1 year. I think it was 3 years. You're capping that? You're calling cap on that? I wouldn't say it was a bit of an extension. It wasn't just for a 1-year deal. Uh-oh. Fact check's happening.
Yeah, because there's no way Ezekiel Elliott is still on the roster.
He's gonna be there.
Well, he might still be on the roster, but he is definitely not on a 3-year contract.
Gonna see. If it's more than 3, I might cry.
Nah, they released him. He's a free agent, so your wishes come true.
Boy, there it is. I'm glad for that fact check.
So y'all will have a new running back by the end of the weekend. I think you'll have a new wide receiver by the end of the weekend. The Cowboys actually draft good players, man.
What's our draft position like?
12. think 12. But didn't you want your boy?
Who?
Didn't you want the quarterback?
Shador?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. There was talks of like, I don't know. There wasn't talks, but like there was hope that with Shador, like we would get a new coach as well. Like we would just have like a 2-1 with.
Oh, you want a Prime?
Yeah,
Gotcha.
with Coach Prime, and I mean that would have been crazy. I would have went and bought a jersey for that. The squirrels outside.
Oh.
I would have went and bought a jersey for that one like immediately. But Mr. Prime wants to stay there, and Shador most likely is going to the Giants. So that's that.
We'll see.
I don't know who we're gonna get at 12. I don't know if this upcoming couple of days we're gonna trade for a higher position, or I don't know. They just the thing about the Cowboys is from what I've noticed, which hasn't been too long, but from what I've noticed, is they just like playing it close to the chest and just holding their cards and not playing Texas Hold'em, so to speak, and waiting until last minute to kind of show what we're gonna do.
Yeah, most
These other franchises, the other franchises kind of like get flashy with like players release something, or they get interviewed and they give a little sneak peek. I don't know where I'm going, but I like this player, that player. Cam Ward was like, oh, I don't know, but I like Tony Pollard. He's a really good running back.
Oh, well, that's because Cam Ward is going number 1. He's going number 1, so it's like, who cares if I have the first pick?
Nah.
And it doesn't matter if I leak who my pick is going to be, because nobody can beat me to it.
Yeah, exactly.
No. Yeah, he's going number 1.
So where's he
Titans.
Going? Titans?
And Tony Pollard is still with the Titans, right? So that's why. That's
Cam Ward to the Titans.
Yeah, that's done.
Who's going to?
But Shador probably Travis Hunter
to
the Browns.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And then it comes Shador Giants.
I don't think the Giants are taking Shador.
Well,
I don't think so. I don't even think this is a hot take. Like, Shador probably isn't as good as all the hype.
That's wild.
And the hype isn't even as loud as you would think it is. Shador's
out of the top 3 prospects, you think he's
not
like
top
whatever?
3.
You don't think he's top 3?
He's not top 3.
Who's so Cam Ward, Travis Hunter,
Abdul Carter, the guy from Georgia. There's a running back that's probably be number 4. I'm not super into this year's draft at the top.
Yeah, what's your mock draft look like? Who's the Cowboys getting at number 12?
Yeah, like Daniel Jeremiah's. Wait, was it Daniel Jeremiah's? I was just looking at one. NFL.com's mock draft. You're not gonna like this.
Oh no. What does it have us getting?
So it went Cam Ward to the Titans, Travis Hunter to the Browns, Abdul Carter to the Giants, the running back Ashton Janty to the Patriots, and then Shador went 6 to the Raiders, and I think that's too high. I don't think he's gonna go 6.
Wow. And
then it had the Cowboys at 12. Oh, Matthew Golden, the receiver from Texas. That's a good pick. That's a good pick.
I'd rather have
I could see that happening. You would rather have what?
The number 4 pick, that running back.
You like running backs, but they're definitely not trading up for a running back.
The Texas guy? Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
He's good though. He's actually good. And he would be a good fit with CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah. And he's already Texas grown, so.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
I think that would be a good pick. It would be even better if the draft was in Texas. But it's not. Where's the draft? I think it's in New Orleans. No. Oh, man. That Lambeau in Green Bay.
Wild.
Yeah.
Oh, Lambeau Stadium.
That's pretty cool. So you want a running back, a wide receiver, and Jerry Jones gone.
Jerry Jones just want him incapacitated for a little bit. If
you had to choose between the two, Jerry Jones gives somebody else control, or Dak Prescott is gone. You have to choose right now. What are you choosing?
Dak Prescott gone, or Jerry Jones gives control? Okay, Jerry Jones. I'll go Jerry Jones on that one.
I think that's smart. Yeah.
I'll go Jerry Jones. I have just this little bit much of hope still left for Dak Prescott. enough, more than Jerry Jones running our whole season.
That's probably a 2-for-1, to be honest. Because if somebody else is making the decisions, Dak probably is gone.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Or he might just be better, right? You know,
it's probably over for Dak.
I think so.
Like, I don't see him getting any better.
It's time to move on. I think Joe Milton might be our next guy, and I don't like that.
Well, Dak is only 32. I thought he was like 35.
It's time for him to leave, bro. I'm sick and tired of hearing about all these little stats about him, and it's one of the quickest releases of the ball, and yada yada yada. Exactly, don't matter none.
I mean, it can matter.
Not getting us where we need to go. I want someone like Jalen Daniels who's gonna take those. You know what I'm saying?
Now you got to deal with him in your division.
Throws.
Yeah, Dak is
all bad.
Like top half.
Ew.
He's top. Yeah, he's like, yeah.
Nah, bruh.
You think there's 16 quarterbacks better than Dak?
Yes. And if I had a list in front of me, I'll be able to pick out all 16 of them.
I don't think there's 16 quarterbacks that are better than Dak. There are a lot of bad quarterbacks in the NFL, bro.
There's 16 above him for sure.
I don't think so. And this is the thing, like I'm always arguing with Cowboys fans about their team and about Dak. Like I don't like the Cowboys, but I feel like I like the Cowboys better than Cowboys fans do.
Let's run it off.
Here, I got the passing stats right here.
Okay. Jaden Daniels is one of them.
All right, Jaden Daniels, Joe Burrow.
Yes.
Stop. Here's what I want you to do.
Okay.
Stop me when I name someone that you think Dak is better than.
All right, bet.
Jaden Daniels.
Yeah.
Joe Burrow. Jared Goff. Baker Mayfield. Geno Smith. You're not stopping me.
Geno Smith?
Geno Smith.
All right, I'll give you Geno Smith.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. That's...
So 4.
I got 5. Sam Darnold.
Okay.
Lamar Jackson. Patrick Mahomes. Justin Herbert. Aaron Rodgers.
I'll give you Aaron Rodgers.
Dak better than Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Mr. Rodgers.
I'm going to skip that one. So I think that's going to be a good one. Kyler Murray. All right. You're not sure. Matt Stafford.
No.
Josh Allen, of course. CJ Stroud. No. Caleb Williams.
Yes. I think Caleb Williams.
That's fair. He's like he didn't have a great rookie season. Jordan Love. Jalen Hurts.
Oh nah.
Tua.
I think Tua is better than Dak.
I think Tua is better than Dak.
He's toughing it out. That boy tough. He has his goal is not tough.
We might have 16. Here's the ones I'll take exception on. Like definitely Geno Smith, Sam Darnold. I think I'd rather have Dak than Kyler Murray.
That's wild. Oh no, Kyler Murray was balling out one of these years.
Okay. Geno Smith is 34, by the way. I think people think Geno Smith is younger than he is. He's 3 years older than Dak.
That's his prime already, man. He was the truth at one point. That's his prime.
He was the truth of West Virginia.
Yep. That was it.
Not since he came to the NFL. Yeah, there might be like if they're not outright better than Dak, they're younger and have more upside. You know. So I think the one that is
he's bottom 16.
Maybe. Maybe. But I think the one that's like the big flashpoint for everybody is Brock Purdy. So I left him off the list. So who would you rather have, Brock Purdy or Dak Prescott?
Brock Purdy or Dak? I'll take Dak.
Really?
Yeah, I'll take Dak on that one probably.
You'll take Dak over Brock Purdy?
Yeah. That's very equal right there. I'm not
2 years ago, all the Cowboys fans were mad. Like, there's no way Brock Purdy is better than Dak Prescott. Now y'all want Dak out of there.
I still would take Dak.
You take Dak?
I still would take Dak over Brock Purdy.
I think that's a good comparison.
They're very equal.
It's a good comparison.
Yeah.
But yeah, probably moving forward, it'll be hard for Dak to be in the top 16.
I would take a retired Tom Brady over Dak Prescott.
It's hard to argue against, man. Hard to argue against. Like, Tom Brady was still balling when he retired.
That's what I'm saying. Or prime. I would take a prime Aaron Rodgers.
Of course.
We've been maybe a year or two after his prime. I'd take a retired Cam Newton.
Okay. Stop it.
And Cam Newton was the truth at some point.
Cam Newton had one good year, and it wasn't even really that good.
It was the truth.
So you'll take whatever they do with quarterback, but what
take Russell Wilson over Dak Prescott. No?
No.
Sorry, I just thought about him right now. That's why.
No.
What were we saying?
And he's 5 years older than Dak.
He's older than Dak?
36.
I would
Dak
still take
31.
Russell Wilson.
There's no way.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way. And you want somebody to take Jerry Jones' spot.
That'd be me.
What about Cooper Rush? Cooper Rush or Dak Prescott?
Oh, that's all day, Cooper Rush. That's all day and a half. He might be the most bologna sandwich when it comes to like regular plays. He don't put up no big plays, but it was consistency. It was
consistently mediocre.
Hey, that will take that. We'll
Just
take
sign up
consistently mediocre.
for predictable mediocrity.
Hey, he was getting us there when
That's nuts.
Dak got hurt. He was getting us there. Cooper Rush and Cooper Rush, I trust. That was the motto.
Okay. So, all right, that'll be cool.
We'll
talk about the draft. Oh yeah, we'll open those packs. Matter of fact, we can be doing that while we're doing it. So.
Hey.
Which one do you want, rookies and stars, or do you want absolute football?
Whatever. Stars one is kind of
all right.
On the go-to right here.
So then, the Colts, on the other hand, missed the playoffs. Right as I'm saying that.
What'd you get?
Right as I'm saying that. Open up to a Colts rookie card.
Hey,
A.D. Mitchell, another Texas player. Man, and I got a Jonathan Taylor.
Yo,
hey, this is our year.
This
is our year.
A sign.
Hey, this pack is on fire, bro.
For real already?
This pack is on fire.
Okay, my pack is kind of trash. Let me go first then.
All right, go
This
ahead.
pack is absolute whack right here.
You're gonna be mad at this pack.
I got. I don't even know how to say this guy's name. Ben Sinnott.
Ben Sinnott. Yeah.
Ben Sinnott.
Okay.
I don't even know.
Nobody cares about that. Don't even worry about it. Nobody needs to see that.
I got Mr. Kirk Cousins though.
Okay, nice.
All right, you know what I'm saying?
The meme lord for our fantasy league
Mr.
last
Kirk
year.
Cousins. Got Mr. Aaron Jones.
Okay.
Not that bad, right?
Team let down. Deshaun Watson. How do you feel about Deshaun? Dak or Deshaun Watson?
No, I'm thinking Dak. Thinking Dak purely on outside football lines. Not taking anywhere near Deshaun Watson. Then we got the last TJ Watt.
Oh, nice. All right, you got a nice one. All right, so I told you about A.D. Mitchell already.
Sorry, Pack.
Right. A.D. Mitchell. Drafted him in the second round last year. He didn't do much, but I still think he's going to be pretty good. JT, Jonathan Taylor.
That's wild.
I think he's ready for another big year.
I miss Jonathan Taylor on my team.
Rome Odunze from the Bears. I think he was number 9 pick in the draft. You're really going to be mad at... Oh, I'm going to say that one for last.
Oh, no.
Jordan Love.
Hey.
Jordan Love or Dak? You taking Jordan Love, right?
I'll take Jordan Love, yeah.
You're not crazy. And then Draft Diamonds.
What is that? Oh, not my boy, Puka. No. Oh, no.
I like this pack, man.
What's up with that Puka, though?
What's up with that Puka? I thought you wanted Christian McCaffrey.
I do kind of want the CMC. I want the Puka Nakua now.
I don't know. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it.
I got mine all cased up. They're all sleeved up. They look nice. They look professional.
Did you put the Anthony Richardson one in there?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, got the top
yeah, I'm sure you do. Speaking of Anthony Richardson, man, That's the whole point of the Colts. First of all, they missed the playoffs 4 years in a row.
Whack.
Let me tell you how they've missed the playoffs these 4 years in a row.
My hair.
2021, 9-6, 2 games left in the season. They got to win one of those 2 games against the sorry Raiders and the sorry Jaguars. They lost both of them and missed the playoffs. What's funny? Like, why are you laughing at my?
Not good.
The next year they went 4-12-1. Fired their coach in the middle of the season.
Ooh.
The next year, new head coach, 9-7 at the end of the season. They got the Texans. The winner goes to the the winner goes to the playoffs. Lost. Like, somebody dropped a pass on 4th down. Game was over. And then last year, they had an outside chance with 2 games left, and they couldn't beat the terrible Giants. I think the Giants won 3 games last year. One of them was against the Colts. So, like, in the big moments, this is now 4 years in a row with everything on the line. They fade.
No.
Same GM. This is his 8th year now. This is his 9th year now. Yeah, this is his 9th year. Hey. And I actually like the GM. Like, I think he's a smart person. I like his personality. But you got to do something. New coach is now the coach's 3rd year. His first year, I really liked what he was doing. This year, kind of irritated me in a lot of ways. Like, they benched the quarterback halfway through the season.
So what was that? What was all that about?
I'm not sure.
Give the other one some more time, or
no, the other one was Joe Flacco, 39-year-old Joe Flacco. Like, come on.
The other guy wasn't doing it, man.
He wasn't playing that well, but
couldn't handle it.
He wasn't playing well at all.
Nah.
But they drafted this guy knowing that he's super raw and needs time to develop.
Yeah.
And then he got hurt in his rookie season. Now he's back, really kind of like his first year again. And they're calling plays for him like he's an established
quarterback already.
Yeah, like he's a veteran that knows how to handle all this stuff. And then as he's struggling, they're like, all right, we're going to bench you. Instead of simplifying it.
Yeah.
Like you talked about Cam Newton. Treat him like Cam Newton. And either he can handle it or he can't. If he gets hurt, then okay, that's fine. Because that means that you can't play him to his strengths and you need to move on anyway.
Exactly.
I don't want him to get hurt. Like, be smart about it. But bottom line, like, lean into his strengths and don't ask him to do stuff that he's not good at.
Yeah, exactly.
And then say, all right, we're benching you because you're not performing well at this stuff that we already know you're not going to perform well at. And then later on, some stuff came out that maybe he was, like, his priorities weren't what they should have been. He got married and had a baby. So that can throw off your whole vibe. Maybe he didn't really understand what was expected of him as a starting quarterback.
Yeah.
All right, fine. But that's your job. Like, you drafted this guy. He's 20 years old when you draft him.
Yeah, exactly.
Teach him. Make sure that he gets it. Because for the Colts to do anything this season, it has to be because Anthony Richardson is good.
Man.
And
the
likelihood, the odds when they drafted him of him becoming a really good quarterback were already low, and now they're lower.
Yeah.
Because of the way that things have gone in his first 2 years. So, like, if he's not good, everybody's getting fired, right? Y'all know if he doesn't work out, y'all out of here.
Yoink.
So I'm kind of like, whatever happens in the draft is whatever happens, because it's all about what happens at quarterback.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the only thing that really matters. And yeah, there's, like, they probably need a tight end.
And some receiver help over there, I'm not gonna lie.
They got A.D. Mitchell, they have Alec Pierce, they got Michael Pittman. They actually have some decent players. Now, I'll take a CD Lamb level player, sure.
Yeah, you need a star over there.
But that's probably not coming unless you hit somebody that really takes off.
Get fortunate.
Like, we're picking 14.
Oh, okay.
And it's not a big time receiver draft at the top like that.
Nah.
So I'm not counting on that.
It's quarterback heavy this year.
It's not.
It's running back heavy?
It's kind of
a big mix.
It's kind of like a football purist kind of draft, like offensive line, defensive line. There's a lot of tight ends.
Yeah.
There's some defensive backs. But like the flashy quarterback, receiver, running back, there is a running back. There's probably 2 running backs that are going to go in the first round, but it's not like the flashy player kind of draft. But I'm not super into it anyway because, like I said, it's all about what happens at quarterback. It's all about what happens at quarterback, and I'm not.
I think he might lock into his role this year.
We'll see.
He wasn't as bad. Maybe Joey Flacco. Man, Joey Flacco go crazy this year.
Flacco's gone. He went back to the Browns, I think.
To be second to,
and then
to be second to Travis Hunter.
Nah, he's well, you thought they were going to take Shador, and they're not going to take Shador. I don't think they're going to take Shador. And then, and the Colts signed Daniel Jones.
Oh my word, that's right. I forgot about that.
So now his nickname is Indiana Jones. We'll see.
Nah, we ain't seeing nothing with Daniel Jones. Really. We ain't seeing squad.
It doesn't even bother me.
I actually squandered my second pick last year.
You took Daniel Jones with your second pick last year?
No, I had Malik Neighbors as my second pick.
Oh, got you. Okay.
And he squandered Malik Neighbors' talent. He was just terrible. Terrible quarterback.
Yeah, he's been hurt a lot. And he's
so bad, dude. Malik Neighbors could have been so good.
Malik Neighbors will be good.
Oh, he's nice.
I don't even with Daniel Jones, he was productive.
Right? He said he still put up points.
Yeah.
But now it's like, I don't know what's going to happen.
Malik Neighbors is going to be that guy.
Daniel Jones, though.
Nah, that's not true. That's not true.
No?
That's not true at all.
Who's the worst?
Malik Neighbors had 109 catches, 1,200 yards, and 7 touchdowns.
And a lot of these were happening. Look, okay, a lot of these were happening when I was watching his score. A lot of these were happening like after second half.
Yeah.
A lot of those stats were coming in after second half. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't understand. And he just wasn't throwing the ball the first half. So if he gets someone like decent who's actually looking for him and he gets good, his targets are more spread out throughout the entire game, I think he should be straight.
I'm not worried about Malik Neighbors at all. He's
in it this year.
Oh, Dak or Trevor Lawrence?
Trevor Lawrence was on who?
The Jaguars.
Oh man, he was nice though. He had a couple good games.
Okay.
But it wasn't like that nice. I'll still take Dak. Tack. Tack. He's tacky. Tacky Prescott. I'll still take Tacky. But that's about it. I don't know. Trevor Lawrence was nice. He was decent. Jaguars were decent. They weren't good.
No.
But I think there was little shimmers of promise in their season.
I'm tired of Trevor Lawrence.
Why?
He's been getting the hype since like early in college. He had a good college career.
Yeah, I don't think he lived up to his hype.
He hasn't.
I think he's like
and no one wants to talk about it.
Caleb Williams. And
Caleb Williams is only 1 year in.
His hype was over the top, though.
It is, and I'm part of it. I think Caleb Williams is like one of the most talented players in a long time.
So you think he's the next up?
I don't know about that. It takes a lot for a quarterback to succeed. I'm just talking about like talent level.
The next Mahomes? Whoa.
Bro, on college performance alone, I'd much rather have Caleb Williams than Trevor Lawrence.
Whoa.
Much rather. Not even close.
So Cam Ward or Caleb Williams?
Come on, man.
Caleb Williams still. Yeah. That good.
You got to go back to just off of college.
No.
Like not counting what we've seen them do in the NFL.
Yeah.
Just off of like this guy coming out of college. You got to go back to Andrew Luck.
Andrew Luck.
For me, would be like, that's a better prospect.
Yo. Andrew Luck.
Look out for Caleb Williams, man.
The truth in disguise?
I don't know. Look out for Caleb Williams.
We'll see what they get in the draft to help them out, I guess.
I don't even think it matters. They already got receivers last year.
You look out for Jaden Daniels.
Well, we already know Jaden Daniels is there, but
Because now who do they got? Mr. Deebo Samuel. Deebo Samuel repping the Washington Commander jersey.
I'm not worried about Debo.
Watch out.
I think Debo might be cooked.
Nah, I think that veteran's about to bring a little bit of promise to Mr. Jaden Daniels.
All right, check me out. One quarterback he threw for 3,500 yards, 3,568 yards.
Okay.
25 touchdowns.
All right.
9 interceptions.
Ooh.
All right. The other quarterback threw for 3,541 yards, 20 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. Which one is Caleb Williams? Which one is Jaden Daniels?
I want to say Jaden Daniels is the one that has more interceptions.
Yeah, more touchdowns and more interceptions.
Yeah.
25 touchdowns, 9 interceptions compared to 20 and 6. Yeah.
That's wild.
But, like, they're not that far off.
Nah.
And Jaden Daniels got celebrated, and Caleb Williams is like, oh, is he even going to be good?
I think it was just the moments that Jaden Daniels threw that
sure.
and made those touchdowns.
He definitely had highlights.
Like, under pressure. Like, yeah.
And one team went 5-12, another one went 12-5. So,
yeah.
that matters also.
That has something to do with it.
Whether you win games or not is kind of important. Yeah.
Caleb Williams, though, huh? That's crazy because you didn't draft him.
No, I wouldn't. Well, I would have drafted him later on.
You were going to draft him like...
He was on my board, but like later on.
For like what, like 7th pick? 8th?
You're trying to squeeze a lot out of me right now.
No, I mean, I don't know.
You're trying to get
Did
on
you have him midway in your list?
Don't worry about that. He was on my list. I think Gio took him.
It's in September that we have to worry about the August.
You come back and check the tape.
Nah.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, man. NFL draft this weekend.
Almost got him, chat.
We'll be locked in.
See what happens.
I wish I was more excited about it, to be honest.
Yeah, it's kind of like, eh.
I really like the draft.
I'm more excited
and I'll watch
to see
it too.
Star Wars on Saturday then.
Oh.
More excited for ROTS than I am for...
Oh, speaking of, bro. And that's was like, okay, let's watch the ones right before that.
Okay.
Phantom Menace?
Underrated?
No.
What?
It's difficult to watch.
Why?
Have you tried to watch it recently?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
When's the last time?
I mean, not recently, but I mean, at least like in the past, I don't know.
COVID?
Yeah, maybe around COVID time.
So on Disney Plus. Then.
I honestly don't know, but I think so. I might have to go back and check. I think it's been a long time since I watched it, actually.
It's rough, bro.
Is that bad?
The CG?
It's terrible?
It's dreadful. No, it's 1999. It's more than 25 years ago, so.
It's gonna be that bad, though.
It's bad.
What?
It's bad. Bro, it's bad. Like, it's cartoonish.
No.
It's cartoon.
Do they not have the remastered, George Lucas remastered versions on there? Maybe he kept the rights to those. Because he came out with some remastered versions.
For $4 billion, you giving up everything, buddy.
We see them all.
I want everything. I want the stuff you didn't publish for $4 billion.
Wasn't that bad?
It's
okay. Like name like a scene. Like, are we talking about like the only scenes I could think that would probably be bad in that movie would be the pod racing scene?
The pod racing is fine.
Okay, so when Sabobo's like coming out, like is he?
Saboba looks bad. He looks bad. All the CGI characters, Jar Jar, all of them look bad. But like Jar Jar, you know, when they're going into the water to go down to Gungan City.
Yeah.
And he jumps in the water.
He does that little flip.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's always kind of terrible though.
And then, but then right after that, he splashes in the water and then he pops up and he's like, "Look, we got to go down."
Yeah.
It's
terrible.
It looks like you or me did it. Like, it doesn't look much better than our fantasy football memes.
All chopped up. Bad Photoshop.
for its time, it was impressive, but it's rough.
It didn't hold up.
It's rough, bro.
How does New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi hold up? Because I mean, there's bad CGI moments in there, but it's like, okay, you can kind of get over it.
Is there any CGI in those? Like, it's all practical. The remasters, like they put in the remastered Yoda and
stuff like that.
Like in the cantina scene, they put the creature is now a CG character.
Yeah, the one that gets his arm chopped off, right?
So that not him. It's the singer.
Oh,
the band, and that might be Return of the Jedi. Anyway, I'm not even counting that stuff, but the originals is all practical. They're all puppets. Even the explosions are real.
Yeah, that's true.
They're miniature, but they're real footage.
Let's go back and watch.
And maybe I'm being overly critical, but I was like, and then Phantom Menace is just so. It's always been the most boring Star Wars movie.
Oh, you're capping. Compared to the new ones? There's no
more
way.
Boring?
Phantom Menace is underrated, man. Phantom Menace is so underrated. Like, when you talk about Phantom, we might just dive into a little bit of Star Wars right now. But
let's do it.
But we like talk about Phantom Menace. You have, first of all, it's the origin of where Anakin came from.
So what?
Boom. That's a big one right there. Then you have pod racing. Boom. Another big staple.
Get ready for this.
All right. What?
The pod race is way too long. And way too redundant. It needed to be like 30% as long as it was.
It's space racing with big jets.
All right. It looks good, but it goes on way too long for me.
Crazy concept. People getting sliced between the beams.
The very first time I saw the pod races, I was like,
oh, you're trippy.
100%.
Little.
It's always looked cool, but it's like it's so long, and they're just. I never really liked the pod racing.
Dope. Pod racing's nice. You got Qui-Gon Jinn, right?
Yeah.
Dude's awesome.
Yeah.
You have one of the first appearance of Obi-Wan Kenobi in the story as it unfolds, right? So young Obi-Wan Kenobi, young Ewan McGregor, introduce him
with his Padawan ponytail.
Ponytail. You get introduced to the droids, right?
Yeah.
Like this, and then to top it all off, you get one of the baddest characters, the baddest villains in all of like Star Wars history.
Yep.
Like, if not the baddest, I might put him up there right next to General Grievous. I think General Grievous is like a step higher.
Nah, I'd rather Darth Maul. The Darth Maul sequence in Phantom Menace.
It's crazy.
Above the General Grievous scene.
But General Grievous' story is way crazier though.
Yeah, that's
his
probably
background.
True.
Background story is wild,
and we only get like the end of it in.
We don't get the
Revenge
full
of the
like. Nah, that dude was bad.
Okay, so like I don't.
Have you heard about the Mace Windu one too?
No.
Why Mace Windu won't fight General Grievous?
No.
I don't know. We didn't dive into that.
Nah, let's save that. Let's save that.
I'm gonna make sure I save that topic.
Okay.
There's a specific reason why Mace Windu won't fight General Grievous.
Yeah, let's save that. We haven't really done any Star Wars. We got to do some of that.
Here I am wearing my.
I know, right?
Decked out my R2D2.
That's coincidental too.
Yeah.
I like that. And 77.
Got Lucas numbers on there too.
No, I don't like it that much. You just diminish my appreciation for it by like 20%.
I have to watch it again then.
It's like, okay, if you like the Phantom Menace, you'll still enjoy it, but there's some parts where, and it's a lot of Jar Jar.
There is I'll give you that. There is too much Jar Jar. There was even a conspiracy on that too about Jar Jar being
that. Yeah. I don't think that doesn't work for me.
Hey, you can watch some videos on it. It's pretty crazy.
I've seen some of the videos.
He's like mouthing in the backwards.
Yeah. That one didn't work for me. Then we were like, okay, let's just watch. I'll just watch the end of it because I wanted the Darth Maul scene, which is dope. The music, the fight, all that. But for the last like 10, 15 years, I've gone back and forth in my mind about which lightsaber scene I like better, Darth Maul or Anakin versus Kenobi in Revenge of the Sith. And it's
has to be Anakin Kenobi.
Yeah, easily.
Yeah.
Now easily. The Darth Maul scene is dope, especially because like he has a double-sided lightsaber.
Yeah, it's like
Double-sided.
oh.
Yeah. but the Anakin Obi-Wan scene is way better to me.
Nah,
so then we go to Attack of the Clones.
and
the first half of Attack of the Clones is rough. It's slow. It drags. Now the end, the second half of it, after all the love scenes on Naboo, all that stuff.
It was more of a love story, that one.
Yeah, which is like, okay, that's important for the story,
scene.
but it took a long time.
Yeah.
Creepy Anakin, cringy Anakin.
Yeah, stalking her.
Don't look at me like that. Why? Bruh, you can catch a case, homie. You can file a TRO against you. You won't be able to come within 100 yards of it. But the second half of it, yeah, is really good. Revenge of the Sith, though, is so much better.
Top tier.
Than either of those.
Top tier.
It's so much better. And it has some rough parts. Revenge of the Sith has some rough parts.
I don't think there's one bad scene, bro.
Oh, okay.
I don't think Revenge of the Sith has one bad scene.
Wait till Saturday.
Nah, I don't.
I mean, you've seen it as many times as I have.
Yeah,
it's not like
there's no bad. There's like cheesy scenes, maybe.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
But like, there's so many crazy scenes that just outweighs all of that. So many crazy battles, like blah 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 blah. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
From jump starts with the space battle.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
this is where the fun begins. Too. Yeah.
Oh, do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it.
Yeah, man. So that Saturday, that'll be the last round of the draft. Well, it'll be done by then. By the time we go see that, that's gonna be. Because you never saw it in theaters, right?
I mean, you did.
Yeah,
you
were a kid.
But I mean, it's different seeing as an adult.
It's the first Star Wars movie I saw in theater.
Yeah.
That I remember. No, because I was born the year that Return of the Jedi came out. I didn't see, and I didn't see the first two prequels in theaters. So, yeah, it's the first one I saw in theater. Midnight showing.
That's the way to do it right there.
Yeah.
That's the way to do it right there.
Oh, did you see the, changing the subject real quick, did you see the picture we took on Guardians?
Nah. Why is, the whole ride is crazy.
People we didn't even know.
How did you guys get him to do it?
Yelled at him.
You guys told him to go to sleep on the
Everybody
right side?
Go to sleep. Go to the right. Yep. Everybody go to sleep. You see, only like one or two people didn't do it.
Yeah, pretty much. Who's this guy on the right? That's wild. Everybody's snoring. Yeah.
Yeah. That's my favorite part of the day. Have you been on that ride?
Yeah.
Guardians?
Yeah.
You know, like where they take the picture at the top. So you're trying to brace for this drop that's getting ready to happen.
You're like, go to sleep. That ride's crazy. That ride compared to the Tower of Terror, I like this one way more. Tower of Terror just straight up and down. Like, it would go like a little bit like that, but it wasn't like the way that, I don't know how they got the ride to like actively move, right. Like as you're, like the little dance it does, and then jumps up and then actively moving. Yeah, that part's crazy.
Tower of Terror, were you sitting down?
Yeah. It was the same exact ride. Everything is like the exact same. Except for like the music, obviously.
Yeah,
and
the whole vibe of it.
Yeah, and then like they would make the thing. So the Tower of Terror would just like up, and you would stop and watch something drop, up, stop and watch something drop, and then all the way up to the top and then drop. But this one has like active, like it has so many more drops. Like you're constantly like
you're bouncing up and down.
Like they dialed it up. Yeah, wild. That's all the same mechanics.
I don't think I remember. Like, I just remember Tower of Terror having a drop, but in my mind, like, you're standing in an elevator kind of thing. That's what I probably only went on it once or twice in a long time ago. I went to Disney all the time like that.
I don't think you drop, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you're right. How are you on a drop if you're not
standing up?
Yeah.
Unsupported by a seatbelt?
That'd be a mess.
That'd be pretty, hey, Disney.
Now that you mention it. So you got the WeWork guy, Adam Newman.
WeWork,
like the shared working spaces, corporate offices. They have just the spaces that
Mm.
You don't know anything about this?
No. It sounds it sounds familiar. I'm picturing in my head. It sounds familiar.
Like you get a whole corporate suite,
like cubicles and.
Yeah, but the idea is like instead of me renting an entire floor of a building, like I just rent a desk on this floor. A bunch of other people from other businesses, whatever, they just want a working space. They rent a desk on this floor. So they don't work together, but they're all in the same place.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Like a communal workspace. Yeah. And you're just supplying a desk and a PC pretty much.
Which, not even the PC. You just
like a desk.
Just a place to go work where other people are.
I see.
And there's a break room, and maybe there's like
Starbucks without the coffee.
Yeah, all that kind of stuff. Right. Okay, right. Yeah. It's like a third place, basically.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, they have games and stuff? So it's like one of those hipster Google.
Very hipster.
Got it. All right. I'm yeah.
Okay. Like, yeah, imagine the environment. This is what they were going for. The environment at Google, but there's no big company. It's just a shared workspace for whoever wants to come.
Got it.
You reserve a spot, you pay for it, whatever.
Yeah.
That company's called WeWork, and there are other companies who do similar things. It's just shared workspace.
Yeah.
Not earth shattering.
Yeah.
But this guy at WeWork was like, no, I'm going to change the world. And started this company sharing, like, just of shared workspaces. So you get the buildings, you do leases in these buildings, build them all up, all that type of stuff, so that people want to come and do their work there. That's fine. But he's like, no, we're gonna open up. We're gonna offer childcare, school for kids. We're gonna have company events, all just like a bigger scale. Yeah, very ambitious. But how ambitious he was is like, okay, we want to go public. So they write up their whatever, I guess, prospectus. I don't remember if that was the prospectus. And usually those are just like straight black and white, the numbers. This is what you can expect from investing in a company.
Yeah.
Right. For every round of investing that you want to do, whether it's private or public, like these are numbers, this is the business model, this is what you can expect.
Yeah.
He's putting all this like visionary stuff in his proposals about how they're going to change the world and all this and that. And again, there are other shared workspace companies, but his valuation for his company was like 20 times higher than it should have been.
Yeah, he's done all his little extra stuff.
Just on the basis of how like ambitious, how visionary he thought his idea. So he wants a $47 billion valuation for what is effectively a commercial real estate company. That's really all it is. So there's a whole, like, it's not a documentary, it's a docudrama, a reenactment of the story of WeWork and how they built it all up and people lost all this money, type of stuff. You've never heard of any of this before.
I mean, it sounds very familiar.
Yeah.
Like with
like Anne Hathaway was
crazy.
It was on Apple or Hulu or something. Yeah, it was on Hulu.
I mean, it's a good idea. How come it never came to fruition? A $47 billion cult.
It exists.
Hey yo,
WeWork is a real company. There are real shared workspaces. Like that's not the problem. It's just like,
what?
Is this a $47 billion idea? No, it's just commercial real estate.
That's wild. Exactly. That's wild.
So like it goes into the whole, like the way they were kind of taking advantage of investors. Even though they probably believed in some of their own ideas, real problems that they were taking advantage of people.
So I never saw fruition, went bankrupt. Got cooked.
He got pushed out.
That's wild.
He got pushed out. And now he has a new real estate startup called Flow. He hasn't given
Workflow. All right.
And then the other one that I was listening to is called Scamanda. They named Amanda. I don't remember her last name.
Scamanda.
But she faked cancer.
Yo.
She faked having cancer. She might have had cancer once early on. I don't think she did. I don't remember the exact detail. But she faked having cancer. People donated money, gifts.
Yo.
The church donated to help her and her family.
GoFundMe.
Yeah, all that on a huge scale though. Like she's in jail, by the way.
For scam?
Yes.
Yo,
Yeah,
for fraud?
She's in jail for fraud.
Must have been that bad.
$400,000.
Yo.
It was bad.
At that point, give yourself cancer. I mean,
How do you give yourself?
I don't stand next to the microwave and watch your food cook. Like, how are you?
No.
How are
I
you
don't
get
want cancer.
$400,000 over there? And
I want the attention that comes with having cancer.
well, she wanted the money too, or give the money back.
Yeah, like people got her tickets to Hamilton in New York.
Nah, bro.
She got to go to like sporting events.
Make a wish, pretty much.
Basically, okay, there we go. The whole Make a Wish thing.
She faked the Make a
Except
Wish.
you don't have the illness,
bruh. Nah, you better give the people what they want at that point.
She got pregnant. Like, this is my miracle baby because they said that I couldn't have a baby while I was going through the cancer treatment, but I did.
No.
Baby's perfectly healthy and fine.
Yeah, meanwhile, she's like, yeah, this baby got blasted by chemo.
Come on.
Like, yo, how was she? No one was catching on to her at some point. Like,
yeah, people were skeptical.
Skeptical, like, yo, what's going on with this?
But you have all this like goodwill toward her. So now if you're openly skeptical, you're a hater.
Like, how dare you?
Yeah.
This is a single mom trying to do her best, work against all odds.
She wasn't single, she was married.
Oh.
But she married the father of the child that she used to babysit. So one of her main detractors is the ex-wife of her now husband. So that's automatic. No, you're just a hater.
Wait,
how dare you say this lady doesn't have cancer? You're just hating because she stole your husband.
And the whole time, people thought she was crazy. She was right the whole time.
Yeah, I mean,
you better get some.
She played it well, though.
Her pillow is always has the cold side.
For real. She's like
double cold side for her pillow.
I'm surprised. This seems like it's right up your alley. I'm surprised you're not.
I heard a story today where someone, and it was on the radio of all places, the brown bag mornings. I heard like a story where it was like I guess someone faked a baby shower or faked having a baby, and then got like a fake death certificate too.
Oh, man.
And like the whole family was like, man, we felt so bad. And like they threw her a baby shower, got her all these gifts, and then she faked the death of the baby. And then then the family was like, oh man. So then they showered her with even more like love and attention and stuff. And then yeah, like it came out and they were like, yo, like
that is
what?
Diabolical.
All like, yo, and the guy, the dad or whatever wasn't doing anything. He was just like chilling the whole time, kind of like,
hey,
like going along with it.
You guys make sure you bring gift receipts.
That's why. These people
all I care about is the gift receipts.
Yeah, bring those receipts, bro.
This one is a little different. I'm not sure how I feel about it. Honest. This lady is a writer for Grey's Anatomy. This one's on Peacock, by the way.
Okay, so she has the most random job yet on these scammer lists.
It's not that random, bro.
A writer on Grey's Anatomy.
Did she? Oh yeah, she faked having cancer. Also, she lied about having cancer.
That's wild.
They put part of her story. Part of her fake story was the inspiration for a storyline on Grey's Anatomy. They did a huge deal about it.
She had a whole episode.
I think
on the episode was the person faking too, or like
no. This is before anybody knew she was faking. Like she was a big time producer on Grey's Anatomy.
Faked having cancer.
She lied over the course of multiple years about having cancer, then made the disease a plot point. She stole another writer's story and put it into a different episode.
Ageism.
She
LaBeouf.
She lied about her brother's death and made it a storyline on the show. There was something else that just anyway, she has a whole there's a whole series about her situation called Anatomy of Lies on Peacock.
It is crazy. Anatomy of Lies.
Right, yeah. You've heard of Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah. But have you heard of the Anatomy of Lies? One woman searches for attention.
In a world
where attention is not enough. Attention from your friends and family are just simply
She got donations. I don't know. But she never got hit with any kind of charges, though. So, yeah, so stuff like that. That's what I mean when I say scam culture.
Wild.
None of this. Is this not right up your alley?
It is. Oh, 1,000,000%.
How are you?
Like, I know people do it. It's just like, I didn't know like any like big name scammers out there. Like,
it's a whole podcast thing. Like,
I think the whole scam probably like extent that I would go to is like businesses that say one thing and then they do another. You know what I mean? Like the whole like not scuba diving, but the submarine.
Bro,
going to see the Titanic, like I'll count that as a scam. Like they weren't up to code on what they went and did, but they still went and did it. And then it was like, yo, or like stuff like, I mean, like you go to Target and you see those gypsies and they're like yo, I need money, blah blah blah. They have their kids out there and stuff. Yeah, especially our Target over here. Oh, I need money. I just saw one recently, and I think it was this Target because it looked exactly the same. But it was like, she was like, oh, I need money. She brought her kids out, yada, 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 the whole nine. And then they show her like packing up her stuff and like hopping in the bins and then dipping, like leaving the area.
You saw a video of this?
Yeah, in a Benz SUV. And people were like, at the end, people were like, don't give her money. Like the regulars who come there,
yeah,
and don't give her money. Like, he has a car. No, what do you mean? Blah, blah,
I haven't seen. So that story of like a panhandler or somebody begging for money and then hopping in a fancy car has been. That story's been out there.
Or the gold people. Have you heard about the gold people? So there's like people that will come by and they'll drive by and they'll like, they always have like either like a Yukon or like some kind of like big, like, truck or whatever. Not truck, but like large SUV. And this happened to my coworker where they came by and they were like, they had a whole family in the car with them. The guy's like, look, like, brother, please, I need blah, 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 right? And he's like, I don't have any money.
What accent is that? You don't know. Just
the accent of the people. I don't know. He was like, bro, please, blah, 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 blah. Like, I need money. He's like, so, like, and the guy's like, I don't have any money. So he's like, please, like, I'll give you. He took off his gold watch, right? And he's like, I'll give you my gold watch. Like, in exchange for money, I need gas. I'm coming from a faraway place. They usually say Vegas or something, right? I need gas money. And he's like, I don't have anything. Then they're like, look, I have this gold chain, like here. Like, they'll try to sell you stuff for the money in return. Like, give me $100 and I'll give you this gold watch, and this is worth more than you can possibly imagine, right? This is Rolex. Well, I just need money to, and then they'll try to get you on that. So at his kindness of his heart, he was like, you know what? I'll give you guys $20. Gave him $20 because he saw the family in the car, right? The mom's like feeding the kid or whatever. So he gave him $20, and they were like looking at him like, yo, like, we didn't have to scam this guy. He just gave his money. But there's other people who have like, encountered people like that. They'll come up and they'll try to sell you something.
I don't want your gold watch, your gold chain, but I'll give you $20.
Yes.
Okay. Gotcha.
And they were like kind of shocked because we're like, yo, like, usually people just turn us away. But that's their like scheme. Like, they'll try to sell you. It's like their way of selling you fake gold, pretty much. So like, it's fake gold. Like they'll give you it in exchange for money. Like, and you think you're getting something, like, man, this guy needs so much help that he's willing to give me the watch off his wrist. And then you give them money and they just send you it with some fake watch that's like $2 or $3 probably.
Have these people never watched like a sitcom or Thursday night television? Like, you've never seen Sawyer from Lost or
I don't know what they were.
These are the most basic
weak scale, and somehow they're working if they're
it only takes one person, but
Or the AirPod one where they pull up to you like, you want to buy some AirPods? These are real AirPods, and you buy them, but the case is empty or whatever. There's like a lot of scams. Like, those are scams. Like, I know, like you know what I mean? Like or they're actively coming to you in the streets. And,
you know, the $100 scams. Yeah, I'm talking about the $1 million scams.
These are multi-million, multi-social media post having.
That's, I don't know which is worse.
Nah, faking cancer is definitely worse. I'd rather someone sell me fake
morally
gold.
Sure.
Yeah, nah. Faking cancer, faking people's deaths. Like, bro, go watch your food cook for about 5 minutes each day.
Or
stand. Where's that place in Russia where
I don't know anything
that
about
nuclear
Russia.
plant detonated?
So Chernobyl?
Yeah, go stand at Chernobyl for a couple minutes.
Bro,
don't fake that.
It'll probably only take a couple minutes at Chernobyl.
There you go. And then your story is legitimized at that point.
But no, I'm not. I don't want cancer and I don't want to die. I just want people to treat me.
That's wild.
It really is. Now she's in jail.
Oh.
Prison. Is she still in jail?
How much do you get for fraud? And then do you get to keep any of the money? What if she lied about the money and she hid half of it?
It's update from prison. She's in a 5-year prison sentence.
That's it? For fraud? I mean, for $400,000, only 5 years?
How much money?
Divide that by 5. Because that's
80?
how much she made. She made $80,000 a year to sit in jail. Think about that for a second.
Nah.
Why not? She put in no work and all these people pay her.
No, she put in work. It's hard work doing this.
Scamming people.
Yeah, it's hard work. She put in work.
In the post.
No one's calling her lazy. They're just calling her unethical. Like,
wild.
Think about how much work and thought you have to put into to convince people that you have cancer, that you're dying of cancer. Give her some credit, man.
Like, she had to shave her head and go buy some tubes from Michael's, to little fake doctor noises in the background.
Social media pictures of her. Yeah.
Fake hospital room.
Yeah.
She wasn't in the real one.
Well, on the...
How much does a gown cost on?
I didn't finish the TV documentary because I had already listened to the podcast. I was like, okay, I know all this stuff.
No.
And you know how they do like TV shows, they build the suspense and cut it off in certain areas, and I was just getting sick of it. So I don't remember the exact details, but I think she was going to a clinic and just like sneaking in a room and taking pictures and videos and sending them.
Yo.
I think that's what happened there.
That's wild.
Yeah, man, she put in the work, bro. Did her research. Like, this is the way that this goes, kind of treatment that you get.
Terminology.
Mm-hmm. She
lost weight.
Nobody said she lost weight.
Starved herself.
I don't know about that. I think that was one of the points that somebody was like, look at these pictures. This is a picture of somebody who was dying of cancer, and then this is a picture of her. Like,
why is she so radiant? Well, Commander, when you get out of jail, come visit the podcast.
Bro, absolutely.
No one's going to be looking for her. Hop on, Scamander.
Yeah.
Pull up.
I got all kind of questions.
Right?
And not even critical. Like, no judgment from me.
Exactly.
You've already been to jail.
Right? Hey, you already served your time. We just want to know how you did it. And it's their fault for donating to you and being so gullible.
I don't donate to anybody.
Yo.
I don't give money to people outside the store. Do you?
Nah. I just get food. I get food.
Okay.
If someone says they're hungry, I'll buy them a meal. But that's about it. If someone was honest with me and they had like those little funny signs where it's like, I just need money for beer, I think that would be kind of funny too. Like, all right, here you go. Is there $1 for a beer or whatever? You know what I mean? Like if they were just being honest. But if like they're asking just for money randomly, like, nah, bro. You either gotta make me laugh with your sign or you gotta like actually be hungry. If it's not one of the two, then
I can't do it.
Freestyle for a burger.
Freestyle. Bars for burgers.
Bars for burgers.
Bars for burritos.
It's a segment.
Hey,
right? That's a segment. Right?
I give you 8 bar. Nah. Yeah, I give you 8 bars for a burrito.
I need 16 for a burrito.
Nah,
Burritos are expensive
I was gonna go
nowadays.
the other direction. They are
16 bars For a burrito.
Can I get a BRC for 8 bars?
Yeah.
Can I get a BRC? Okay.
Yeah, for sure. That's a good good level right there.
But if I want like a Chipotle burrito, I got a full 16.
A whole verse, bro.
I don't know, man. That's kind of.
And a chorus.
Jay-Z said 16 is 1.2, and you want me to give you 16 for a burrito?
For a burrito. For a Chipotle style burrito? Especially if we're going to use the Kicks Life Hacks, and you're going to get a bowl instead with a tortilla on the side.
The only time I get a burrito is when I want like the steak burrito. I don't want to wrap it myself, but I want the carne. Well, when they have the carne asada, especially, but I want the steak and the queso sauce.
No, that's one thing I miss,
bro.
I might just go get a bowl later.
Nah, lock in. You back above 20, or are you still?
I think I gained back like around 6. It's been stagnant like around 6. I dropped 20. I gained back like around 6. But it's just been staying there.
I have so far to go.
What?
I have so far to go.
You're not locking in. I tried keto.
I know what to do.
If you try keto, I'm guaranteed, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Keto is the hack.
It's not.
It's the carbs. It's the sugar. You still in taking carbs and sugar, I bet.
When I lock in, like it's no bread, no grain,
right?
No added sugars.
That's keto.
Yeah, it's basically the same as keto.
Yeah,
I'm not counting macros.
Nah,
but it's basically the same as keto.
And then you walk.
How much did I lose the last summer? It was like 30 pounds.
Yo,
didn't touch the gym. Didn't even drive by the gym.
Just walking?
Not even walking.
Just diet.
Just diet.
That's
strictly
wild.
Diet.
That's crazy.
Strictly diet. And it just like in like 2 months.
That's wild.
Yeah. And before I even got in the gym. So I know that's the problem, is that I know if I just like lock in, I'm good. But that means actually stopping what I'm doing and going to the gym.
Walk.
I took a walk today. I walked to the store and got a Nestle Crunch bar.
Yo, you're lying.
100%. I wish I got a receipt. No, look. Why would you think I'm lying?
There's no way.
I walked to the gas station.
Why walk?
Because I wanted to get out of the house.
You wanted to
I needed
subtract from what you were doing. That's what it was.
Not really. I just
walking to get this Nestle Crunch.
I knew I needed to like
negate it.
Just have some time away from the computer.
Oh.
Listen to something on my
Hey, walking is underrated. That's gonna be the life hack of the day.
Walking is appropriately rated.
I think it's underrated. I don't think people realize how many benefits you can get from actually like just taking a daily stroll. You know what I mean? Like, I think people understand like, all right, it's like a health benefit, but like you take a daily stroll, bro, and it's like health, like regular wise, mental wise, you're getting sun, you know, like
you're right.
You're not calling cap on it. It's
true. I'm not calling cap on it. It's true.
You get out there, you're like, man, like walk in, boom, boom, boom. Depends on where you are, but
it's there's nothing.
It's underrated.
Older and cornier than
taking a stroll.
Daily stroll.
That's what we should do. We should
daily stroll segment.
No, when we do the words, the new words, we should do like the words like old, like new terms. You know what I mean? Man. Like old terms.
I could probably if I gave that some.
Like how far though? Like how far are we going? Like 90s, 80s?
It'll probably be 90s.
90s terms?
Yeah.
Like fire. Fire has to be 90s.
Fire.
Fire.
Like that's fire?
Yeah.
Nah, that's not 90.
Ooh, there's no way. I think
that's like
stuff dies off and then it comes
like
back.
2010s.
Though.
Nah, that wasn't 90s. That's 2000s, 2010s.
There's no way, dude.
Absolutely.
There's some stuff that I hear Wu-Tang say and it's like, all right, that was back then. It died off and then it came back.
Okay.
And I don't know, there's one of them. I don't know which one
Wu-Tang is in their own bucket and category.
You have to look them up.
That was deep New York most people didn't know what Wu-Tang was saying.
It's like the heart of the slangs, though. Everything comes from New York. Majority of everything like we say comes from New York, like fire.
Yeah, stuff
Right,
usually
like-
starts in New York and then works its way from there. But most of the stuff that Wu-Tang said, Wu-Tang was never as popular as people think that they were. They were hard to listen to. Like you really had to lock in. This is before the internet, by the way. Well, it wasn't not before the internet, but you couldn't just go to Genius and look up the lyrics and the meaning and all that stuff, you know?
Are you ready for these?
Oh God.
Ready for these? Just a little bit. That's like a couple.
Are these
of them,
are these
this is 90s slang.
Okay.
All right.
I'll probably lock in.
As if.
As if.
As if.
Yeah, you know as if, right?
As if. Booiiii.
Booiiii.
We will have to bring Booiiii back on the
I probably say booyah every once in a while. Nah, I don't think so.
I don't think it's that bad. I don't think Booiiii is that bad.
It's corny.
You think so?
Yeah.
So here's someone,
especially in writing.
So here's a visual exercise, right? We were at a bowling lane, right? And we saw someone go up, they get in their stance, boom, and they lay a strike.
Right.
And they turn around and they hit you with the booyah.
Uh-huh.
Is that, you're thinking immediate corniness? Or
they're at least 54 years old.
But I think it's how you say it too.
Booyah! I don't think it matters. I don't think it matters. It's an old black person.
You visualize.
Or a slightly older white person. Yeah, no, it's.
Yeah, I could see that. Slightly older white person.
Yeah.
Pants. The shirt's tucked in.
The shirt's tucked in.
Yeah.
No, they actually have on a bowling shirt.
No.
Like team shirts, all that. The wrist wrap.
Oh no,
yeah.
Not the wrist.
Yeah,
wrap.
custom ball, their own shoes.
Oh yeah, they got the glove.
Yeah, all that. They wipe the ball down every time before they. Yeah.
Booyah.
Chalk.
But chillax.
Yeah. Chillax. Like a lot of these had like a 6-month. Fly was.
Fly.
That's probably 80s.
That's still around though.
Yeah, that one.
Fly.
That one has lasted.
Gotta stay fly. I. No.
No.
What about rad?
Rad was white. That was like a skater.
Tubular.
Definitely. That was a surfer thing.
Hey. And what's up? What's up is timeless though. I think so. I think and when we do these words, we have to talk about there's some words that just come and go, but then there's some words that just stay timeless.
Cool. Dope.
Yeah.
You said fly.
What's up? That's what's up.
Now that's what's up is probably a more modern kind of take on what's up. Like what's up as a greeting or.
Oh yeah, what's up?
Yeah.
But then
like
it
the
changes.
head
What's up?
Yeah. But do you remember the Budweiser commercials?
Which ones?
The what's up commercials?
Nah.
Are you serious?
I'll have to see one of them. A Budweiser what's up commercial?
Yes.
Can
you play one?
Yeah, let's see. Like sup? Was it sup?
Wait, do we have Wi-Fi today?
I hope so. Let's see.
Yeah, I've been on it this whole time.
And with the sup. What's up?
Budweiser. There you go. 1999. Yeah, the top one.
Oh,
yeah. Okay, so you do know it.
Yeah.
Hello.
Are we plugged in?
Yo, what's up?
How you just saying that?
Nothing, B. Just watching the game, having a bud. What's up with you? Nothing. Watching the game, having a bud. True. What's up? Yo, what's that? Yo, pick up the phone. Hello? What's that? What's up? Yo, where's Dookie? Yo, Dookie. Yo. What's that? What's that? Hold on. Hello? So what's up, B? Watching the game, having a bud.
True. That's for sure New York right there.
Do you know, like,
what's up?
You could not say what's up to somebody
without having that reaction?
Without having to do the whole thing.
What's up?
1999, I was 16, so I was probably 10th or 11th.
You were saying it all the time.
Absolutely. Crazy, man. Oh, do you have more?
There's a ton more. That was like the little, like, the intros to them, right? But I mean, there's tons more.
Slang of the
There's
90s.
some even that I don't even recognize right here. I'm not gonna lie, but majority of them I recognize. Eat my shorts.
I don't think people really said that.
You don't think people say eat my shorts?
It was from a TV show.
Eat my shorts.
I don't think anybody
whatever
in real
made
life
you loser
ever said my shorts.
L7 We Knew has to be 90s too. Yeah, that one's not on here.
But
so now we're getting to like movie quotes.
I don't know if that belongs in the 90s though, because that's from Sandlot. So I'm thinking that that's 60s. But I don't know. I mean, Sandlot came out in the 90s, but
that's true, huh?
All That in a Bag of Chips. People said that. What was the other one I just saw? The Bomb.
These I don't know. Skrilla?
People still say The Bomb.
What's Skrilla?
That's probably a Wu-Tang thing. It's money.
Well, okay, spiffy. See, some of these are just like normal words. I don't even think I would count these. Diss. I know you are, but what am I? Yeah. Bite me. Bodacious is crazy. So surfing was pretty popular back in the 90s, I'm assuming.
There was one from Wayne's World. Not. Like people would say that.
Crunk.
Yeah.
I pity the fool.
Crunk didn't last very long. I pity the fool. I pity the pool. I pity the fool is from Mr. T.
Off the hizzy.
Off the heezy.
Off the heezy. Oh, why is it not spelled with 2 E's?
I don't know. Maybe that's regional.
Yo. Off the easy. I thought off the easy was like when you like throw something off of someone's head. That was NBA Jam right there. Off the easy, bounce off the head.
Did you ever play NBA Jam?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's off the easy right there.
Off
the dome, off the easy. There's a lot. There's literally
a lot of them came from movies, especially in the 90s.
There's 124 of these.
My bad.
Bat with PH. Dude. See, some of these are just timeless. I think the 90s has the best. I think if you put these up against the ones they have nowadays, I think ours would last.
Ours. The 90s? Yeah. You're claiming the ones from the 90s?
Yeah, well, I mean,
you were born in the 90s, but
bucket hat on my head.
Yeah, I don't know.
Keeping it real, Jinkies. Jinkies.
I don't know that.
You know Jinkies? Velma?
Okay. Yeah.
Jinkies.
Well, that's from something. See, but why would that be 90s? Scooby-Doo was 60s or 70s, right?
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
That's why I think a lot of the ones from the 90s are going to be influenced by previous generations.
But then, like, it came back out that night. The 90s Scooby-Doo cartoon was pretty big.
Yeah.
So.
And that's when the internet stuff started spreading because of the internet.
No soup for you.
Do you realize, well, you know what that's from, right?
Yeah. That's wild.
But same thing, like syndication on cable TV. is a big part of some of this stuff.
Yeah, 100%.
Because now these older shows wind up back on TV and people start watching them. Same way people watch The Office now.
Yeah, reruns.
Even though they weren't alive for it. Yeah. We were watching Seinfeld. Well, Seinfeld ended it. I never really got into Frasier.
No.
Fresh Prince was meant to be black. But like.
And they got categorized by the middle class whites.
Well, it was actually, I feel like it was supposed to be more like the Cosby Show. You know, most of the black TV shows, sitcoms, 70s and 80s, like the families were always poor. Might didn't have a job, whatever. But the Cosby Show,
Sanford and Son,
right?
Yeah,
Cosby Show, two very successful parents, doctor and a lawyer, kids had it all together. Well, they didn't have it all together, but they they weren't doing drugs and getting arrested and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and so Fresh Prince was more like the Cosby Show.
That's what you mean.
And it was on NBC.
It's kind of like half and half, a little bit.
Black people
who had money
kind of cosplaying white people.
Cosplay is crazy.
But Fresh Prince didn't totally shy away from some of the cultural stuff.
Nah.
They addressed some of it. Anyway.
Like Fresh Prince.
Yeah, that's a good idea though. For every Gen Z word, I'll have a 80s or 90s.
Instead of life hack, have a word of the day. I got some sayings tucked in my phone too.
Why?
Some of my own sayings that I've come up with. Some bangers.
Why do you have sayings?
Straight heater. Cause I got bars just right there. Can't put it in the song. I just make it into a saying. Bars. Hey, just because you aren't there for everything doesn't mean you aren't there for anything.
Oh. Okay.
I got A.
Okay.
That's a bar.
Oh, man. You need a therapy hat.
Damn, bro. I have a whole quotes list. Easy to be forgotten if you start to forget. That's hey.
These are like.
Come on. You can't tell me that's not a bar?
No, that one works.
I'm telling you guys.
I was going to say something that I decided not to say.
Wonder what it was. The world will never know.
The world will never know. Summertime is coming up. Well, still in the middle of spring, but it's starting to get hot. So I cut the air conditioner on for the first time a few days ago.
Okay.
I guess it wasn't the first time because we had that real hot couple days.
Yeah,
a couple months ago.
Pretty random.
And those went away entirely. But yeah, sometimes when it's all hot in the house or it's a hot day, what people want to do is run the air conditioner, and then once it starts cooling down, they'll turn the air conditioner off and then open the doors, open the windows, because you want fresh air and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And then the next day, like by later that night or the next morning,
run it back.
The house is 85 degrees inside again, right? Because you just let all your cold air out and you let all the heat from outside in. If you're gonna run the air conditioner, just run the air conditioner.
Leave it on.
Just leave it on. Start it before the house gets too hot because it's doing two things. Not only is it sending in cold air, it's also sucking out hot air. And that process, the process of cooling the house down, creates or takes way more energy than keeping the house cool. So when you're actually running the AC, just run the AC. Set it to the temperature that you want the house to be at. Leave it there and just let the thermostat do the work. It'll come on and off at regular intervals. It'll keep the house cool. If you want fresh air, go outside. But just let the house stay, at the temperature that you set it at. And even let it run at night. 'Cause some of these nights be hot also.
That's true.
But it'll actually run less if you just leave it on. Keeps you in the range that you want to be.
Makes sense.
So just turn the air conditioner on, leave it on, let it run. Lock your thermostat down so that the other people in the house can't mess with it.
Don't leave it on for a week like I did.
And then get ready for the bill.
Brace for the bill.
Yeah, brace for the bill, because that bill is going to kick your butt. But either that or sweat all over the house.
Or drink cold water or take a cold shower.
Probably doing all that anyway.
I like that one.
Yeah.
That was actually
simple, easy.
Yeah. I wish I had one like that.
There we go.
I'm gonna go with the saying of the week. All right. And this is like, it's gonna get deep.
Oh.
So you ever let me paint a mental picture right now. You're been to a lake or a pond, at a park or something, and you're skipping rocks, or you toss a rock in just for fun, right? And it causes ripples in the water, right?
Sure.
Okay. And the ripples, right, since they refract the light differently, the image of the reflection that you usually see, whether it's yourself or whether it's things around you, becomes distorted, right?
Right.
Yeah, it's not as clear. So my saying of the week is, only still water gives a clear reflection.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? So sometimes in life, you might have to take a little step back real quick. You know what I'm saying? You might be trying to reflect on something, think about something, but you got too many things going on, too many ripples in your water. Sometimes you just got to let the water still. Then you're able to reflect and think about your life for a minute, make the right decisions. Only still water gives a clear reflection.
Only still water gives a clear reflection. Okay. You might hear that again.
There it is.
There we go. Yeah, thanks for being with us for another episode of The Kick. Check us out with the finger gun phenom.
You know what I'm saying?
And what's the nickname now?
I don't know which one I would choose. I like the classic one's Lieutenant. Yeah.
It's the low energy Lieutenant. Appreciate y'all. Check you next time. Boy.
Peace. Hey, this is gonna hit, bro. Inside out backwards bucket hat is next up. I think I like inside out backwards bucket hat better than bucket hat hoodie. Bucket hat, hoodie hat. Only still water. I forgot the quote.
You was cooking. What happened, bro?
Oh, hey, yo. NFL draft day. Scammers with dishonest pay. Doing it the Kick podcast way. Lakers in 5.
Boy.
Admiral Akbar, it's a trap. Big podcast, blue cap, Lakers at 5.
Jerry and Dak gotta go. The Colts are a playoffs no-show.
Lakers at 5. This is a banger. Kick podcast up to bat. Eating keto so I don't get fat. Upside down bucket hat. Lakers in 5.